So one of the things you need to think about as you are starting to work with this is what areas you want to emboss and what areas you want to etch. So some of the areas that I think are easiest to emboss are right here where I have some lines. I want to have some dimension here, not just lines. So I'm going to emboss those, but then I might etch in my diamond shape, and then I might raise up this flower shape or raise up the circles. So center. So I'm going to etch the middle center in, and I'm going to have this petal flower shape stand out. So right now I'm going over my edges to really help define those with the pointed tool. Okay, so now I'm going to start working with one of my smaller rounded edges to start giving some dimension in there. Now if you end up applying pressure to the side of the metal that has color on it, it might take some of the color off. So that's what we're seeing happen here. I'm going to switch tools. And there I was starting to get a wrinkle, so I just pressed down on it to get rid of it. So again, remember, this can be really tricky with smaller shapes, so you want to take your time. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it. We can see it's starting to emboss, but this is what I was talking about where I'm starting to lose my edges. So this is where it's important to come back in and define those edges. So by doing this, this is kind of helping to push back down the metal around my flower shape. I'm actually going to work on embossing the center etch. I want this to go down, so I'm going to be applying my pressure to the middle here. And go around this middle again, and I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Remember, this is called defining the edges. Use your pointed tool to help go around those edges, to help define those edges so they don't end up merging or losing their shape. Okay, now I'm ready for another round of pressure. Notice I'm going slow. Okay, this is taking me a long time to do a small space. Now I'm noticing that this edge is getting pretty flat. So what I might do is flip it over here, and again, redefine those edges. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the height that I got there. You can see it's not just a flat design, it goes down into space, it's also raised. That's what we're going for with this. So then I'm ready to do some of my other shapes. I think I'm going to move on to some circles. So I think these ones I'm going to emboss. I haven't decided what I want to do with these. I might just leave these flat or add very little depth to them, but I think I could get some nice height here in the circles. See again, some nice dimension there.